What's up, Raptors fans? Welcome to the Warriors Report. We have some very exciting news to talk to you about this morning, and that is that the Raptors are bringing back DJ Wilson on a second hardship 10-day contract. Now, DJ Wilson, who we did sign to a hardship 10-day contract about a couple weeks ago, we got to see him in 2 games, but then he got hit with COVID-19 health and safety protocols as well, so we didn't see him, and his contract expired, and it really had me curious as to why the Raptors did not bring him back. But it makes sense. This was an article by Aaron Rose on Sports Illustrated. I'll leave the link below in the comments. But DJ Wilson just got out of COVID-19 health and safety protocols, and it makes sense at Raptors to bring him back now because you consider the fact that these 10-day contracts aren't very long. So you would have essentially had him, if you had signed him right away in COVID safety protocols for about 6 or 7 days, and then you would have only had him for 3 more days. So it makes sense as to why the Raptors bring him back now. But for today's video, I want to talk about his stats, the impact he had with the Raptors in limited games. I'm just going to talk about the bench as well. That clearly needs a lot of help, and DJ Wilson will be a huge part of that. So if you're ready to watch this video, make sure to hit the like button, as it does help get this video out a lot more. And if you want to hit the subscribe button, we're super close to 2,800 subscribers. That would be very much appreciated. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Now, as you guys know, I do like to give out shout outs on this channel. So we have a new trivia question champion, Akam Gurn. Akam, thank you so much for supporting this channel through your likes and comments. It is very much appreciated. And let's talk about the fact that Yuta Watanabe is also out with COVID safety protocols as well. So this could be another reason the Raptors did bring him back, not only because he just got out of COVID protocols, but we do have Yuta Watanabe. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I believe it's David Johnson or another player that we have in safety and health protocols. I believe is David Johnson, or it might be Svi Mihailuk. I forget who it is, but let me know in the comments below. But when you talk about DJ Wilson, it's important to highlight his stats. Now, again, I get that it's limited games, but you can't deny the fact that his impact goes beyond statistics as well. But let's talk about the stats first. So DJ Wilson, in the 2 games, he had 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 72.7% field goal percentage is huge, and he was also hitting his free throws at a very nice clip as well. But the important part I want to highlight here, guys, is the fact that Nick Nurse, let's be honest, although he's listed as a power forward, 6'10", 231 pounds, if Nick Nurse decided to play him at that center position, I don't doubt he will, but I think that's perfect because he'd probably be our biggest center, considering the fact that Cam Birch is 6'8" or 6'9", I believe. So I'm personally excited to have DJ Wilson back, but a very young player who just looked really good within our system, and I like to call it the Yuta Watanabe type of players who don't go and try to stat pad. They just play really hard, and I felt like DJ Wilson, although he played limited games, his impact went beyond statistics. When you talk about how he was fitting in with the Raptors, he wasn't trying to look for his own shots, look for his own points. He wasn't stat padding, trying to grab those rebounds. He's just a really smart, high IQ player who's out there. So I'm excited about DJ Wilson, but let's talk about that bench. Now, when we talk about the bench, we know the struggles they have had this season. The Raptors' bench production is ranked dead last when it comes to point production. And DJ Wilson, although I'm not going to hype him up and say he's going to solve all of our bench problem, it definitely does help someone when you get someone out there who's able to shoot 3-pointers. I know his field goal percentage is 0 with the Raptors in terms of 3-point percentage. He hasn't taken very many, but DJ Wilson is someone who can get you points. He can move the ball. He's a really good passer. He sees the floor really well. So I like DJ Wilson in that aspect. And just in terms of having more depth at the power forward and center position, I know we do have a lot of guys that can play that position off of the bench, but just looking at our bench here, Chris Boucher, Svi Mihailuk, I know he struggled as well, but he's definitely someone who can get you baskets. You got Precious Achiuwa off the bench, you got Yuta Watanabe off the bench, and now add DJ Wilson to that. It just gives you a lot more players, a lot more options for Nick Nurse to really have off of the bench. And I'm not even talking about guys like Cam Birch who are coming off the bench as well, because the Raptors are playing small ball lineup. And then you obviously have other guys as well, like Delano Banton, and Scotty Barnes has been running with the bench unit as well. So it gives you a lot of different combinations you can really use out there. So I'm personally very excited about the bench. I'm excited to bring DJ Wilson back. And like I said, guys, he is just such a smart, underrated player. I talked about this when we originally had signed DJ Wilson. I said, look, just taking a look at some of his highlights, I believe this is a player that could potentially crack the last roster spot. Now, I know the Raptors want to likely keep that roster spot open. The NBA trade deadline is about a month away or so, and we know Goran Dragic is very likely to be moved. And it doesn't help that Goran Dragic is making $19 million. So maybe the Raptors do acquire a couple players back for Goran Dragic. We'll have to wait and see. And of course, Chris Boucher is expiring contract as well. So we'll have to wait and see. But I definitely see DJ Wilson having a future with the Raptors. I think his impact is just amazing on the offensive and defensive side as well. I think he did a pretty good job of defending. I'm not going to say he did a great job of defending Joel Embiid, but considering the fact the size differential between the two, I thought he did a really decent job. He seemed to have a little bit of chemistry going there with Pascal Siakam as well. But personally, guys, I'm loving DJ Wilson. He just seems like one of those guys you bring in from the G League. There's just those hidden gems, I like to call them. He's not going to be, again, it doesn't necessarily always show up on the stat sheet, but he just plays the game the right way. He plays it the right way, and that's why Nick Nurse is going to give him a lot of minutes. I'm excited to see him off the bench. I'm excited to see the impact he'll have with the Raptors as well. So personally, I'm loving this signing. I think they should bring him back for the full season. Again, depends on how the second contract goes, second hardship 10-day deal goes as well. But I do want to hear from you guys. Are you guys as excited as me? Do you think we should bring DJ Wilson back for the full season? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, guys, I do have a trivia question for you today. And similar to my last trivia question, guys, I know it is tempting to Google statistics, but try to guess this on top of your head. How many points did DJ Wilson average as a rookie? Is it A, 7.5? Is it B, 4.2 points? Is it C, 1 point? Is it D, 5.9 points? So the first person to answer this trivia question correctly first in the comment section gets a shout out in my next video, guys. So I do want to thank you guys for your continued support of the channel. It is very much appreciated. You can follow me on Instagram. It's the Warich Report. Twitter is Warich, but I do want to hear your thoughts. Make sure to let me know in the comment section below. And I do have a bonus clip as well for you guys today. So this is a clip I never really get tired of watching. This was Masai Ujiri during, I believe it was the 2013 NBA draft when the Raptors did not have a first round pick. And Masai Ujiri was trying so hard to get into the draft to get Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I hope you guys enjoyed this clip. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys have yourselves a great day.
Hello? Yeah. Castaigne as well? Okay, no problem. Thank you. Bye-bye. No deal.
Yes.
I bet they pick Giannis.
They're gonna pick Giannis.
You think?
That deserves a start.